Peace, family. I want to make this video about this pastor, Gino Jennings. This guy here, he's prolific with that Bible. But as strong as he is with the word, he's even stronger defending Whitey. I was watching this video of his. It was a little older video. He was questioning this, challenging this Muslim. And the Muslim was telling him that, that basically the Bible is prophecy. And he didn't believe that Egyptians had slaves. And the reason why he did not believe it, even though the Bible said it did, is because there's no other books that you can find where Egyptians had enslaved people for 400 years. When this Muslim mentioned the fact that whites brought slavery to Africa, this is when Gino Jennings is at his best. He immediately says that, well, we both know that Africans were enslaving Africans well before the Europeans stepped foot in Africa, and we know that. No, we don't know that, Gino. No, we don't know that. You so quick to call people liars when they don't say anything that's consistent to the Bible. Well, that there is a lie. There has never been in no recorded history of black people implementing the type of slavery that whites put on us on their own people. For you to sit up here and say, and even mention slavery in the same context of white slavery, you are a fat liar. And I'm gonna tag you, Gino Jennings, and I'm gonna challenge you. And I don't know anything about the Bible. Challenge me to come to your church and spew that garbage in front of me. I'm gonna mop the floor with you, because see, it's people like you that don't get me started. For you to put your own people down to protect the image of whites, you are absolutely disgusting, and you use the Bible to do it. And I don't know what it is that you teach in your congregation, but when you came up with this nonsense, this foolery, that black people enslaved their own people, and then your congregation applauded it, what are they applauding? So, this is what I do. I'm going to take what you say as 100% true. And then I'm going to decimate that, because I know there's nothing I'm going to introduce to you that's going to make you disregard or disbelieve what you already know as true. So let's say black people did enslave themselves, just like the Europeans did. Where is your sense of compassion, your sense of love for your people? Why don't you say, what have we done to ourselves? What can we do to better our people so we don't never do this again? You justified this behavior just because this is the same thing that's consistent to what whites done. You just like these people that want to date white women, but then you put down black women to justify it. Look, if you want to date white women, date them. But you ain't got to put down your own people to do it. If you're a black woman, you want to date white men, date them. But don't put down other black men to justify it. This is some sick self-hate nonsense. And then you sit up there in your pulpit teaching your whole congregation to hate their own people. You know for a fact there has never been no recorded history of black people lynching black people. You know for a fact there's never been no recorded history of black people building businesses, industries, and institutions to keep their enslaved people enslaved for generations. You know for a fact, Gino Jennings, that no black person has ever cut the belly out of another black person to put fear and terror in the other slaves. So their children are born with this fear. This is what white people have done. You know this for a fact, Gino Jennings. And if you sit up here in your pulpit and mention anything about black people being just as brutal as whites were to us, I challenge you. Send me an invitation. I will come at my own expense. You wouldn't have to pay a dime for roof, for transportation, food, housing, nothing. I will come on my own dime and I will mop the floor with you with this nonsense. In your own church. In your own church, I will do this. In front of your own congregation. You are not going to put down my people because your love for these whites. You see what white people have taken from the Bible. They took all the image from the Bible that was black and they changed it to white. And then they put this image out in front of other people to put them superior to everybody else. But now when they get into your hands, now what the color of God was and the color of everybody's don't matter. Well then if it don't matter, Gino Jennings, if the color of God, the color of Jesus Christ, the color of the disciples, his followers, the people, everything, if it don't matter, why do white people change them to white? Why do white people use this false image to put up this false narrative that they were superior to everybody else? And you knew that they did this. So if white people can take the true image of God and change them to white and put out this false narrative that they are superior, knowing that it's false, just imagine how you could inspire your people if you told them the truth, the true image of God, the true color of Jesus, the true color of his disciples. You could elevate the ambition of your people based on the truth and not a lie. Why don't you do that, Gino? And like I say, this invitation is open to whenever you want. I'm gonna make sure I'm gonna tag you in this too. And when I get through with you, you won't never again sacrifice your people for the likes of that.